This right here is some very important crypto news. I'll explain why. U.S. bank giant BNY Mellon executive says digital assets are here to stay. I'll explain why that is extremely bullish. And the SEC continues to go after uh, crypto. Um, Now we have Brian Armstrong, the head of Coinbase. He tweeted, "We are hearing rumors that the SEC would like to get rid of crypto staking in the US for retail customers." Let's also talk about Cardano. The reason I'm covering this article is because there is something going on with Cardano that makes me believe that it is going to be one of the uh, cryptos that is going to skyrocket uh, in an amazing way. 36% Cardano price spike awaits if this scenario unfolds, predicts an analytics firm. Forget 36%. I mean, yeah, in the short term, very likely, but I believe Cardano over the long term, for what I've been seeing lately, I believe it's gonna go way above 36%. But let's go ahead and start. And BNY Mellon executive says digital assets are here to stay. At a conference run by Ford Consulting, DeMessi, Michael DeMessi, the head of digital assets at the Bank of New York Mellon, said that the digital asset industry is here to stay, as institutional investors have a strong interest in crypto. What we see is clients absolutely interested in digital assets broadly, he said, according to a February 8 report from Reuters. So we're talking about this guy, Michael DeMessi. He's the head of digital assets at Bank of New York Mellon, one of the oldest banks in the U.S. And what he said is that crypto is here to stay because he's seeing a lot of people interested in investing in crypto. Now, when he says crypto is here to stay, we're talking about a guy that is one of that is at the top of the one of the most important banks in the U.S. So when a guy like that says that crypto is here to stay, a lot of people listen to that. A lot of people hear that. It's not like me saying it. I could say crypto's here to stay, crypto's here to stay, and doesn't matter much. But when people, the heads of these banks in the U.S., some of those most important banks, when they say that, then people hear that. And what happens when they hear that? You know that they get interested in crypto. They listen to that and they start investing in crypto, and then they talk to other people about crypto, and then we see a bull run. But like I said, um, the Bank of New York, Bank of New York Mellon, BNY Mellon, they are saying crypto is here to stay. When someone like that says that crypto is here to stay, then it's good news definitely for crypto. So that is what's going on. And as you know, there is many other institutions that are talking very positively about crypto. So yes, crypto is here to stay. Now let's talk about the SEC. Gary Gensler is still going after crypto. He thinks he's going to be able to um, dictate what happens to crypto. I do not think so. Crypto is much larger than politicians and the U.S. market. It can't they can't control it. But Brian Armstrong, the head of Coinbase, he stated something yesterday. He said, "We are hearing rumors that the SEC would like to get rid of crypto staking in the US for retail customers." So, the reason, what I believe to be the reason that the SEC is going after staking your crypto is because it competes with the banks. When you go into the bank and you want to uh, put your money into a savings account that's going to give you some sort of interest, if you compare it to crypto, um, what the bank offers is usually very low. Now in crypto, they're offering 10%, 15%. Now that is a big competitor to the banks, and the banks don't like that. That is the reason why they have Gary Gensler going after these people. Um, it's not about trying to protect investors. That's what their job is supposedly, but we saw it with FTX, we saw it with Voyager, we saw it with um, many others, Celsius. There were red flags, but Gary Gensler did nothing about it. Instead, he went after Ripple. He went after. I remember he went after Kim Kardashian, and basically the companies that he should have been investigating, mainly FTX. He did nothing. So he's not doing his job, and it feels like he's just protecting the the banks, the current banks that are in power in the U.S. right now, and that is what he's trying to do when he tries to get rid of staking. But Brian Armstrong continues. I hope that's not the case, as I believe it would be a terrible path for the U.S. if that was allowed to happen. Staking is a really important innovation in crypto. It allows users to participate directly in running open crypto networks. Staking crypto brings many positive improvements to the space, including scalability, increase in security, and reduced carbon footprints. He is correct when he mentions all of this, but again, the SEC has an agenda, and their agenda is to try to slow down the competition to the banks, because the banks eventually they're gonna be in charge of. They're gonna try to, and unfortunately, I think to some extent they are gonna be the ones in charge of crypto. Now, once that happens, then they're gonna leave crypto alone. But for now, they're trying to squash the competition to the banks. But now let's talk about Cardano, because the reason I want to talk about Cardano is because I couldn't go a day without hearing news, very positive news about Cardano. Every time I open Twitter, every time I go to Google, it's Cardano, Cardano, Cardano. Now, in this article, they're talking about, they're predicting that there will be a 36% Cardano price spike. Now, I believe this is going to happen definitely in the short term, but eventually, because of all the positive news I've seen about Cardano, I think we're going to see way more than a 36% in the long term. Not someone within this year, possibly, definitely 2024. But in the short term, this article is talking about 36% Cardano price spike awaits if this scenario unfolds, predicts analytics firm. The analytics firm that they're talking about is Sentiment. Sentiment is just a firm that looks into social media. They measure whatever they see on social media, and also they look at on-chain transactions. So they look at all the transactions going on-chain, on the crypto chains, and they combine it with what they see on social media, and then they get a result. They see the they see trends, and they predict certain things. But this is what they're predicting. Blockchain analytics platform Sentiment believes that ADA could be gearing up for a phase melting pump. The analyst expects over a 36% rally if this scenario repeats itself. According to Sentiment, the activity of ADA wells has increased dramatically since the start of 2023. The last time the number of ADA transactions above 100,000 were this high was in May, and the price of the token soared over 36% in the span of weeks. The last time the number of ADA transactions was above 100,000, the price of Cardano spiked 36%. Now, do I think this is gonna happen? I think so. It all depends on the macroeconomics, what's going on around the world. I'm tired of, and no one knows. I'm pretty sure you're tired of hearing some analysts say that we're gonna crash again, and we're gonna get to Bitcoin is gonna go all the way down to 12,000, and then other analysts, they tell you, no, we're done with that. We're in a bull market now, and pretty soon we're gonna see Bitcoin at 50K within a month. Unfortunately, no one knows that. It could go either way because macroeconomics are still not great. What's going on around the world is still not great when it comes to the economy. But then we also see that maybe crypto could be one of those things that people say, you know what, I don't want to invest in other things because of the macroeconomics, but crypto feels like a safe place. And then we might see crypto go parabolic. But who knows right now? But that 36% depends on what happens in the macroeconomic world. But what I can say is that I see ADA being one of those cryptos that are gonna rally, and it's what I like about Cardano is that it's a very safe investment, in my opinion. But at the same time, it can definitely offer extremely great returns. And yeah, in the short term, 36%, but in the long term, forget 36%, 80% returns could happen. But yeah, this is what's going on right now in the crypto market.